Peter Pan, Ethan, and the Chocolate Cake Mission in Neverland. Once upon a time, in a place beyond the second star to the right and straight on till morning, there was a magical land known as Neverland. A place where time stood still, and adventures awaited at every corner. In this wondrous land lived a boy named Peter Pan, who never grew up. Peter Pan had an exciting passion: he loved flying. He could soar through the skies, his laughter echoing through the clouds. Peter Pan's best friend in all of Neverland was a tiny, sparkling fairy named Tinker Bell. She was as brave as she was small, always ready to sprinkle a bit of fairy dust and help Peter fly higher and faster. But they weren't alone in this magical land. They had a mighty enemy, Captain Hook, a fearsome pirate with a sharp hook for a hand and a heart filled with envy for Peter's ability to soar. One sunny morning, as the birds sang happily, Peter Pan decided to visit his dear friend Ethan. Ethan was a 6-year-old boy who lived in the real world, but with just a sprinkle of Tinker Bell's fairy dust, he could visit Neverland and join Peter on his adventures. Ethan loved hearing stories about Neverland, and his eyes always sparkled with excitement when Peter appeared by his window. "Ethan! Ready for another adventure?" Peter called out as he flew into Ethan's room. "Yes, Peter!" Ethan exclaimed, jumping out of bed. "Where are we going today?" "We're going on a special mission to get the best chocolate cake in Neverland," Peter grinned. "But we must be careful. Captain Hook has heard about it and wants to steal it for himself." With that, Tinker Bell sprinkled her fairy dust, and Ethan felt a lightness in his toes. Together, they flew out the window, towards Neverland. As they approached the island, Ethan could see the lush, green forests, the shimmering blue waters, and the majestic mountains that decorated the land. They landed near a cozy little bakery run by a friendly old lady named Mrs. Butterwhisk. She made the best chocolate cake in all of Neverland, and today was the day she baked her special, magical chocolate cake that could grant one wish to whoever ate it. "Hello, Mrs. Butterwhisk," Peter called out as they entered the bakery. The sweet smell of freshly baked cakes filled the air, making Ethan's mouth water. "Oh, hello, Peter. And who is this young lad?" Mrs. Butterwhisk greeted them with a warm smile. "This is my friend Ethan. We've come for your magical chocolate cake," Peter explained. "Ah, yes. The chocolate cake," Mrs. Butterwhisk said, her eyes twinkling. "But beware, Captain Hook has his eyes on it too. He wants to wish for the power to fly and defeat you, Peter." "We'll be careful," Peter assured her. They took the chocolate cake, and Mrs. Butterwhisk wished them luck. As they left the bakery, Ethan asked, "Peter, what will we do if Captain Hook tries to take the cake?" "We must be brave, Ethan. We have to protect the cake and make sure our wish is used for good," Peter replied. Suddenly, they heard a rustling in the bushes. Out jumped Captain Hook, his eyes gleaming with greed as he spotted the cake. "Hand over that cake, Peter Pan," Hook demanded, waving his hook menacingly. Peter and Ethan stood their ground. "Never, Hook. This cake is not for you," Peter declared. Hook lunged at them, but with a swift movement, Peter dodged, and Ethan held the cake tightly. Tinker Bell buzzed around Hook, distracting him with her glowing light. "Ethan, run!" Peter shouted. Ethan ran as fast as his legs could carry him, with Peter and Tinker Bell close behind. They reached a clearing where the Lost Boys, Peter's loyal friends, were playing. Seeing the situation, the Lost Boys quickly formed a protective circle around Ethan and the cake. Captain Hook, realizing he was outnumbered, snarled in frustration. "You may have won this time, Peter Pan, but I'll be back," he threatened, retreating to his ship. With Hook gone, Peter and Ethan breathed a sigh of relief. The Lost Boys cheered, and Peter patted Ethan on the back. "You were very brave, Ethan," Peter said. You didn't let fear stop you, and because of that, we can make our wish. What should we wish for? Ethan asked, looking at the cake. Peter thought for a moment. How about we wish for everyone in Neverland to always have enough food and never go hungry? That's a great wish, Peter, Ethan agreed. Together, they closed their eyes and made the wish. As they did, the cake sparkled with magic, and they knew their wish had been granted. The rest of the day was filled with celebrations. Peter, Ethan, Tinker Bell, and the Lost Boys played games, told stories, and enjoyed slices of the delicious chocolate cake. Ethan felt happy and content, knowing he had helped make a difference in Neverland. As the sun set, Peter took Ethan back to his room. This was the best adventure ever, Ethan said, hugging Peter. Remember, Ethan, bravery isn't about not being scared. It's about doing what's right even when you are scared, Peter said. And you, my friend, were very brave today. With that, Peter and Tinker Bell flew back to Neverland, leaving Ethan with a heart full of courage and a promise of more adventures to come. Ethan snuggled into his bed, dreaming of flying, chocolate cake, and the magic of Neverland. And as he drifted off to sleep, he knew he was ready for any adventure that came his way. And so, Ethan's dreams were filled with the joyous memories of his day, the bravery he had shown, and the friendship he had with Peter Pan. Neverland continued to be a place of endless wonders, where courage and friendship were the greatest treasures of all. And every night, Ethan looked forward to his next visit, knowing that with Peter Pan and Tinker Bell by his side, no adventure was too big to conquer.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.